Let me paint a really important picture for you real quick. You grab something quick to eat because you're tired, busy, or maybe you're even stressed. Then you're hungry again in about an hour. Then, of course, you feel guilty and you think, man, I need a stricter diet. But the real problem is this: the food wasn't built to satisfy you at all. If that cycle sounds familiar, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not broken. A lot of the food we call normal today is designed to keep you coming back for more. And if you're trying to reverse prediabetes or reverse type 2 diabetes or some other conditions, this is one of the biggest things you have to understand. Today, we're talking all about ultra-processed foods, why they make beating diabetes feel so hard, and what to do instead without becoming an expert in reading nutrition labels. But I do want you to look past what's on the front of these food packages, because whatever's on the front, my friends, trust me, is 100% marketing designed to influence you to buy that product in the first place. Now, don't be fooled by what sounds healthy, but may not actually be healthy for you when you take a closer look. I want you to start paying attention to what's on the nutrition labels because there's a lot of good information there. That's where you'll learn what's actually in the food that you're eating, from sugar to artificial ingredients and a whole bunch of sodium. Man, I'm telling you, you may be shocked to learn what's inside those foods. It changed the game for me when I got schooled. So I'm telling you, I need you to stick around to hear the rest of today's episode. You don't want to miss it. Let's go. Be sure to visit the website at www.beatingdiabetieslifestyle.com for access to free resources and other information that will help you along your journey. If you would like to submit a question or a comment about the show or to learn more about the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle, you can always email me at hello@beatingdiabetieslifestyle.com. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this podcast. Welcome to the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast with me, your host, Oscar Camejo, helping diabetics make lifestyle changes to reverse type 2 diabetes. If you're a new listener, welcome. And if you've been rocking with me for a while, thank you so much for coming back. Seriously, thank you all for listening from wherever you are in the world. If this episode helps you at all, please share it with a friend or a loved one. Share it with a family member. Share it with someone who could really use some practical advice and some help, not any complicated talk or any jargon, just straight talk. Now, this episode is a part of an ongoing series I'm doing called The Simplest Lifestyle Habits to Beat Type 2 Diabetes. In the foundation episode, we laid out the everyday habits that quietly push people towards prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. And now we're taking that master list and turning each category into its own practical episode. Now, today, we're dealing with the nutrition category, which is very important. And we're talking about one habit that sneaks up on people quite often because it just looks real normal, and that's ultra-processed foods. Now, don't get thrown off by the technical name. I'm going to break it down for you. Before I define ultra-processed foods, I want to tell you something real, because this used to be me. Back when I was overweight, 268 pounds roughly, back before I received the diagnosis that I had type 2 diabetes, my normal routine was working late at night. I'm talking about, from 10 p.m. to midnight and sometimes even to 2 a.m., which is crazy. And while I was working on projects, I would get up and just graze on foods. I mean, not like big meals, just grazing, getting a little bit of food here and there. I'll go to the cupboard, I'll go into the refrigerator, wherever I had some snacks or food. And you know what? Sometimes I would just make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, maybe 2 of them. And then on top of that, I would drink like fruit juice or some type of soda, anything sweet, because I just had these cravings for something sweet. Whatever was available, I ate. Sometimes there would be chips. I'll eat those too. If there were cookies, of course, I would eat those too. And here's the wild part. Before I knew it, I'll be hungry again in about 20 minutes. I know some of y'all can relate. So guess what? When I would be hungry again, I'd get up and repeat the whole cycle. I was still locked into the computer, focused on my projects, but then I'll look for something else. It could be Pop-Tarts, popcorn, anything quick so I can munch on because I had the munchies late at night. It was just a whole bunch of mindless eating. I wasn't even thinking about the time. Yes, it was late. I wasn't even thinking about what exactly I was eating. And no wonder I gained so much weight in so little time. Yes, I was very productive, folks, but I was neglecting my most important project, and that was my health. Now, here's what changed the game for me. When I finally started just taking my health seriously, I started doing some research. I started looking up healthier foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and even those in between snack times. I bought a whole bunch of cookbooks for diabetics. I wanted to consume as much information as I could. Man, I downloaded recipes. I Googled ideas based on foods that I actually like because I didn't want to be so restrictive, because I wasn't trying to become a different person overnight. I just needed to change. I just wanted a better plan, with foods that I actually can eat. I don't believe things should be so complicated. And so I want to encourage you to do the same thing. I want you to use some tools, some things that can really benefit you. Like Google, you can use YouTube, and yes, you can use ChatGPT to come up with some food ideas that are very simple for you to make. I know you get busy, but trust me, there's a bunch of resources out there. You literally can type in and ask ChatGPT, hey, give me breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas using non-starchy vegetables, some lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats, and water, or some non-sugary drink ideas. And that'll give you a starting point. It's not perfection. It's literally a starting point. Because when you have better options in front of you, you can make better choices. And what I didn't understand back then is that a lot of what I was eating wasn't designed to satisfy me in the first place. It was designed to keep me wanting more and more and more. That's where ultra processed foods come in. Stuff that's manufactured, like really manufactured, that's not even real food. Now, let's get into what ultra processed foods are. Ultra processed foods are packaged foods made mostly of industrial ingredients, like not real stuff you wouldn't normally keep in your own kitchen. They're built for convenience, they're built to taste awesome, and they're built to make it easy for you to overeat. I'm not saying never eat anything that comes in a package. That's not what Oscar's saying. That's not real life. That's not realistic. But there is a difference between processed foods and ultra processed food. Ultra processed food is the stuff that keeps you stuck in that cycle. You eat it and it hits fast. But then guess what? You want more. It's a cycle. You eat, there's a spike, and you want more. Now, here's some examples of ultra processed foods. Those favorite potato chips that you like, those chocolate chip cookies. I'm a big fan of chocolate chip cookies. Pastries, your sugary cereals, your brownies, fast food, especially frozen microwave meals, candy, a whole bunch of sweets, and a lot of snack foods that are marketed as healthy. And yes, guess what, folks? Even some of those protein bars that people like to eat every day are ultra processed. That's why it's important to pay attention. Now, I want to talk to you about why all this matters. I don't want to be all clinical, but I need you to understand, especially why it matters for blood sugar. Now, let's talk about if you're dealing with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes and the effects of ultra-processed foods. Usually these types of foods are low in fiber. Fiber is good. We need fiber for a whole bunch of reasons, especially to blunt high blood sugar. And often these foods are loaded with a bunch of sugar and sodium. And guess what? Your body is experiencing blood sugar spikes. Then it drops, then you crave, then you snack. Then guess what? You repeat the cycle. Now, here's the part that messes up your mind. You think you're failing, but it's not really that you're failing. You may be even thinking that you have no discipline and you lack discipline. You may think like, man, I need a stricter diet. I need a stricter plan. But is that really the case? You're trying to use willpower against food that was designed and engineered to override your normal I am full signal. It's not just willpower, folks. Let me give you a simple day in a life example. Sometimes you may grab a quick breakfast. It's packaged and it's easy, right? It tastes good. It's your favorite breakfast that you always have. But guess what? By mid-morning, you're already looking for something else to eat. So you run to the snack machine sometimes. But then guess what? Lunch comes around real fast. And now you're snacking again by mid-afternoon. And you're thinking, why am I always hungry? Folks, it's not because you're broken. A lot of times it's because the food that you're eating is not designed to satisfy you. Plain and simple. It's a convenience trap. This is how it shows up in everyday life. You're busy. Work is heavy. Kids need things. And kids, I know, they want to eat whatever they want to eat. And it's hard to make specialty foods just for everybody. Life is moving fast. So you tell yourself, I'll just get something real quick. That's it. And quick becomes your normal. Now, here's one trap I see all the time. Some people say, Oscar, to be honest, I don't even eat sweets like that. But they do drink sweet juices, which is full of a lot of sugar anyway. They drink sports drinks, which are full of a lot of sugar. They grab flavored coffee drinks. They snack on packaged stuff all day long. Yeah, I know you may not eat a lot of sweets, but you're drinking a lot of sweet stuff. Now, what about another trap? Your desk drawer at work or your cupboard at home, a bunch of snacks, right? A little bag of chips here, some candy there, and a little something to get you through the day. I get it. It feels small, but those small little snacks, they start to add up. And guess what? It keeps you hungry. It keeps you craving. And then by the time you get home, you are starving. You're tired and you're starving. And you're more likely to overeat at night. You know what, folks? I get it. Convenience becomes a lifestyle. And the body is the one that actually pays the bill at the end of the day. I know exactly what that feels like. You're on the go and you're just eating whatever you can grab. You don't have to eat perfectly all the time. You just need better defaults, your go-to meals. Now, let me give you a simple battle plan. Now, step one, this is the one swap rule. This week, pick one ultra-processed item that you eat all the time, and I want you to swap it. Just one for this week. Because if you try to change everything by Monday, trust me, by Thursday, you'll be all burnt out and you'll be back to square one. Now, let's talk about some things you can switch out. Remember those favorite chips you like? Hey, switch them out with a handful of mixed nuts, fruits, or cheeses. Sugary cereals in the morning? How about some high protein eggs, some Greek yogurt? There's some other things. And your fast food lunches, how about switching it out to some chicken salad, some baked chicken, what have you? The goal is to do one swap at least every day. Folks, we need to make things easy for ourselves. And let me say this before I even get into meals, like specific meals. A lot of people don't struggle because they don't care. They actually do care. They struggle because they don't know what to cook. They don't know what to prepare. They may not even know how to prepare, and they're tired of guessing. So keep it simple, folks. Use tools, like I said before, like ChatGPT to generate ideas that fit your lifestyle. Again, use a simple template. Ask ChatGPT, hey, Chat, give me 10 simple meal ideas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner using non-starchy vegetables, lean protein, whole grains, and healthy fats. Include water or non-sugary drink options. Now you have your list. Now you can go shop with a purpose. And now you can stop living in reaction mode. Now, step number 2, simple meals at home. Not trying to be a chef, just simple meals. You don't need complicated recipes, folks. I'm telling you. You need simple meals that you can repeat. I kind of mentioned them before. Lean protein, non-starchy vegetables, whole grains if you need them, and healthy fats to keep you satisfied. Now, here's some examples of some protein. Rotisserie chicken, broccoli or green beans, and a small serving of brown rice. That's an entire meal. Protein, your non-starchy vegetables, what have you. How about ground turkey with some mixed veggies, cooked in olive oil and with some avocado on the side, some salmon and salad, eggs and sauteed spinach with whole grain oats. Here's another meal option. Ground turkey with mixed vegetables and avocado on the side. How about salmon and salad and quinoa? Eggs and sauteed spinach for breakfast and a slice of whole grain toast in the morning. And for drinks, just keep it simple, folks. Water, unsweet tea, sparkling water, nothing that is high in sugar. Remember, non-sugary drinks will help you win the day. Again, this isn't gourmet. It's about winning and winning big. Now, here's step 3, a reality check. We need to check those labels. I'm not trying to turn you into a food scientist or anything like that, but here's a quick filter. If the ingredient list looks like a science project, don't make it your everyday food, folks. Keep it simple. If sugar is one of the first ingredients, then that means that's the main ingredient in that product. That's a clue. And again, I'm not saying never eat it, just don't have it on a daily basis. Step number 4, create a default grocery list. Decision fatigue is real. You're trying to decide what to do and you're just tired, mentally tired. So why not make grocery shopping just automatic? Here's a general rule of things that I would like you to pick. 5 proteins, 5 fruits and vegetables, 3 quick carbs, and 2 healthy fats. There's no guesswork in that. You're building a system. All right, step number 5. Redefining success. Success is never about perfection. Success is consistency always. The goal is to eat less processed food more often than not. Very simple. I just want to do a quick recap for you. Ultra processed foods are convenient. I get it. But they often don't satisfy you. They never do. That's why you stay hungry all the time and you have all these cravings. You snack more and you want to eat more because you're always hungry. Your cravings keep getting louder and your blood sugar keeps struggling. But there's a way for you to break the cycle by doing some small shifts. One swap here or there. Make better defaults, things that you go to on a normal basis. Real simple meals. And listen, this is a series. We're building this step by step. Next up in the nutrition category, we're going to talk about late night eating. And I'm going to connect how late night eating affects our sleep, your cravings, and your appetite the next day, because it's all connected. If this episode has helped you in any way, do me a favor. Share it with someone who's trying to get their health on track as well. And if you're new here, go back and listen to the foundation episode in this lifestyle behavior series. It'll give you a full framework so that these episodes hit even harder. Folks, you can change your habits. You can change your health one decision at a time. But what I need you to do is keep showing up. And until next time, stay focused, keep moving, never go back, leap forward, bounce back because you can, my friend. And above all else, trust God. You got this. I believe in you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast with Oscar Camejo. We hope you enjoyed this episode. As a reminder, this podcast is intended for motivational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional care by a physician or other healthcare professional or qualified fitness instructor. This podcast is provided on the understanding that it does not constitute medical or professional advice or services. If you're looking for help on your journey, seek a qualified medical practitioner. It's important that you utilize someone who is a trained, licensed healthcare professional who can help you on your journey toward good health.